Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Tuesday edition of the Force Feed. In today's gaming news, a new video introduces us to the post-apocalyptic world in Metro Last Light, Battlefield 4 is announced, the game Genie returns, and a teenager in Taiwan dies after 40 hours of Diablo 3. What is up guys and gals, welcome back to the show. I like kittens, like this one. On to the gaming news. First up today, we have got a 13-minute gameplay trailer for Metro Last Light, showing off the game's post-apocalyptic Moscow. Metro Last Light is the sequel to the gritty first-person shooter Metro 2033. The 13-minute video released today takes us through a short mission as the game's main character and an ally struggle to survive in a demon-infested post-apocalyptic Moscow. The gameplay looks both atmospheric and incredibly creepy, which has left me with a good impression of the game. What can I say? I like creepy. Metro Last Light is planned for an early 2013 release, and this is definitely a game I'll be keeping an eye on, so stay tuned for more coverage in the future. Next up in news, we have got the reveal for Battlefield 4. The game was outed in a trailer for Medal of Honor Warfighter. Although the game hasn't been officially announced, after the Warfighter trailer revealed that Battlefield 4 is a real thing, EA sent out a press release to confirm. In it they stated that the Battlefield 4 beta will be taking place in the fall of 2013. And although I'm sure there will be other ways of getting into the beta, you can guarantee a spot right now by pre-ordering the Warfighter limited edition. Am I the only one surprised we're getting a new Battlefield game so soon? I sincerely hope this doesn't go the way of Call of Duty, pushing out sequels year after year, which are barely improvements on the prior year's iteration. What do you guys think? Do you remember the game Genie, making all of your games incredibly easy and boring? Well, guess what? It's back! The newest version was released earlier today. The new game Genie is a USB cheat device for the PlayStation 3. With it, you can transfer save games from your console to a PC, edit the file, and then load the altered save back to your PS3. The game Genie will access a large database of pre-programmed cheats for many games including Uncharted 3, Skyrim, and Batman Arkham City, just to name a few. Hyperkin, the product's developer, has said that no cheats will be usable in multiplayer, but who knows how long that will last. I know I'm not the only one who thinks something like this is just a little bit out of place, especially with games nowadays being so easy, and challenging ones being few and far between. With that said, I can see this being useful to people who like RPGs but don't have hundreds of hours to sink into a game. This is definitely a double-edged sword, because making your games easier with something like Game Genie also makes them pretty boring pretty quick. I couldn't imagine playing Skyrim for very long having everything unlocked from the get-go, but who knows. Last up today, I've got some pretty sad news. A teenager in Taiwan died after playing 40 consecutive hours of Diablo 3. An article on The Australian reports that the teen booked a private room in an internet cafe on July 13th. He then gamed non-stop for 40 straight hours and was found asleep by a cafe attendant on the 15th. After standing briefly, he collapsed and was rushed to a hospital where he died soon after. Preliminary reports point to a cardiovascular problem caused by his prolonged sitting. This is a very unfortunate situation, and I don't know that any one person or group can be blamed. Some people will point directly to the video game, but that's just ridiculous. This could happen playing any game, or doing anything that just requires you to sit. For example, watching TV. If you sit down watching TV for a couple of days straight, the same very thing could happen. And what about the parents? Some people would say that the parents should be keeping a closer eye on the kid and always know what he's doing. But he's a teenager, and think about yourself as a teenager. How long did you go without your parents knowing exactly where you were? Or hell, you probably even lied to them once or twice, being somewhere other than where you told them you were going. And then of course we've got the internet cafe. Shouldn't they be keeping a closer eye on underage kids renting out rooms? Should they even allow underage kids to rent out rooms for more than a day straight? That seems like that's a little bit excessive. Obviously as a business they want to make money, but with these kind of consequences, is it really worth it? And all this is going to lead me into today's question of the day, which is, what do you think should be done to prevent such a tragedy from happening again in the future? The obvious answer is education. Education on the gamer's behalf, education on people watching the gamer, or if you're an adult, just knowing to take care of yourself. And of course, again, that internet cafe. Should they really be allowed to let people rent out rooms for that long without checking on them, especially underage individuals? Please let me know what you think in the comments below. Alright guys and gals, that'll do it for today's episode of the Force Feed. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to like and favorite this video and tune in tomorrow for another episode. Once again, this has been Force, and you've just been force fed. What was that old catchphrase for Game Genie? Start quicker, stay bigger, last longer?
Game Genie lets you change levels, jump higher, punch harder, live forever.
Oh, jump higher, stay bigger, live forever. That makes more sense.